Shalom from the Dome. Last week in the Capitol, progressives delivered another series of big wins for the people of Colorado and sad lessons for the bad guys. For the first time in history, the powerful bicameral Joint Budget Committee opened its doors to the public to hear what normal people had to say about how the state uses the meager resources at our disposal because of the world's stupidest tax law, known as TABOR, brought to you by twice convicted felon and the reason we can't have nice things, Doug Bruce. In other news, the House also started a final path for a bill after failing 3 years in a row in a Republican-controlled Senate that would let transgender and non-binary folks change the gender on their birth certificate without having to prove to a judge they had surgery, which, under current law, is a mandatory invasion of privacy and directive from the government that literally no one should be okay with. Rep. Danea Escar of Pueblo, the bill's sponsor, moved to name the bill Jude's Law after a brave young student who has been testifying in favor of this particular piece of legislation for 3 years.
I will be bringing an amendment to the floor, shall this bill get there, to change the name of this bill to Jude's Law, because she has been here. We've seen her grow up in front of us for the last 4 years. So, surprise.
Down the hall in the state Senate, Majority Leader Steve Fenberg and Senator Faith Winter brought a bill to regulate the student loan industry so that they hopefully stop ripping off kids who just want to go to college, because there's almost no jobs left in this country that don't require at least a bachelor's degree, which, if you attend the University of Colorado, can cost in-state students up to $29,000 per year and out-of-state kids $53,000. That means after 4 years of college, an in-state student owes approximately $116,000, burying them under a mountain of debt they're unable to recover from the rest of their lives.
I'm forced to carry these heavy chains through eternity.
Ever wonder why millennials aren't buying houses, having kids, and feeding their dogs really expensive food? It's not because they're arbitrarily ruining things that baby boomers demanded we should all love. It's because they have to make what amounts to a monthly payment on a top-line BMW every month in the form of student loan repayments. Speaking of money, education, and not enough of it, teachers in Denver are going on strike to fight for better wages. We here at Progress Now wanted to let you know that the main reason we're even having this conversation is because we have a dramatically underfunded public school system where teacher pay is not keeping up with the high cost of housing and living in Denver, forcing many teachers to take a second, third, or even fourth job, live with roommates well into their 30s, or consider leaving the profession altogether. We know this is a complicated issue, but we stand with Denver teachers and hope for a swift resolution to the strike that gets them back in the classroom doing what they love with fair pay, preparing our kids for the future. Ollie stands with teachers too. In national news, Cory Gardner stands behind Mitch McConnell. No, literally, look at all these pictures that Twitter user Matt Hellman posted of Cory Gardner doing what he does best, waiting for his turn to defend the failed politics of Mitch McConnell and Donald Trump. There was also a State of the Union nobody watched except for Cory Gardner, from which the only positive thing that came was the now infamous Nancy clap. Great job, buddy. That's it for episode 3. Tune in next week for more lightning-fast coverage of Colorado politics for those of you who are too busy to spend your whole day on the CO politics and CO ledge hashtags, but still want to know what the hell is going on in your state government. Drop us a line or tell us what you think in the comments. See you next week.